cannot make progress towards your goals if you don't actually know what those goals are. This is obvious, but this is the situation that a lot of guys are in. They know that they want more. They want more clarity, more energy, more direction, more progress, but they don't know exactly what to aim at. And so what do? Well, they'll either wait for inspiration to strike, or they kind of bounce around from shiny object to shiny object, hoping something finally sticks. But the thing is, neither of these strategies really works. So what do you do if your focus is unclear? Well, first thing I want to break down for you here is that the lie is that this big picture clarity that offers you a clear and guaranteed path to a dream life is what you should be waiting for, okay? Guys got this idea that like, oh, I need this big, massive goal that's super clear and, articulated. And if I just follow it, then I'm going to end up like living this perfect life with the perfect wife, with the massive money and the huge house and, insane fitness. And I just need to be able to see it. And if I can see it, I'll get it. But for a lot of people, this is, this doesn't happen. Okay. Like I'm sure some people you get a lightning strike moment and they'll have this big breakthrough. And even for the people who experience that, chances are they have a million more twists and turns along the way, and it's probably not going to go the way that they think, and they're still going to have to do some reevaluation at some point. All right. But for most of us, like we think about this big goal and we're like, I don't know. It's like, what do you want to do with your life? It's like, I got some ideas, but I'm not sure. Right. And this feeling of like missing this critical point of direction, it can make you feel very helpless, right? It's like, I don't know how to just make this clarity occur. And don't I need it? Everyone always talks about this. They say, I need this vision board. I need to have this certainty, but I just don't have it. So it can make you feel very helpless waiting for that to come along, or it can just kind of make you feel restless. And this is where the guy comes, in who's bouncing around. He's like, oh, I think it's this thing, or I think it's this thing. They try and take any idea that comes into their mind and make it the thing, which, if they're forcing it, it's not going to work out. And they are going to constantly bounce around. They're not going to make any real progress. And it's not going to really feel good after several iterations of that. Okay. And sometimes we just have pieces of it. It's like, I got one piece that I know that I want, but I don't know any of the rest of it. Right. So how do we handle this? Well, we got to throw away that whole perspective that we need it all figured. We need it all mapped and clear. The truth is that a much more reliable and time-tested strategy is to just work on the obvious stuff that's right in front of your face. Okay. Basically, it's like you have some things that if you were honest with yourself, like they need to change in your life. Fix those things. Focus on those. Make those your goal first. And so how do you find these obvious things? Well, the easiest way to do it is to just look at your pains. All right. Your pains are it's just a massive amount of fuel waiting for you to use it, because everybody can be motivated to remove their pains. All right. And so just a simple exercise that I've used with people that can be really helpful. I want you to imagine that if someone knew your life inside out, they knew your circumstances and they knew even your emotions, your thought processes. If someone else was looking at that, what would they immediately pick out as an obvious problem that needs solving? What would they say? Would they be saying, oh, his problem is that he doesn't have his awesome idea for an 8-figure business yet? No, probably not, right? Like chances are that's not the issue, even though that might be the thing that you're fixating on. I know I've been there, right? They'd probably say something like, oh, you have zero fun in your life. Or they would say, oh, you don't see any friends and you're kind of disconnected from your family. Or they would say like, you're stressed out from the moment you wake up to the moment you pass out at night. Okay. Or maybe they say your sleep schedule sucks. You're constantly tired, right? Like what are the things that if someone just knew your circumstances, they'd be like, that's a big red flag. That's a big, massive pain point. All right. And obviously you would have to agree with that. You'd have to say, yes, that is a problem too. Cause some people might say things are a problem in your life that you don't have an issue with, but the point of this exercise is to just help you see what's right in front of your face. All you got to do is focus on clearing up these things. That's it. That's it. Just clear up the obvious stuff in front of you. And when you do this, what ends up happening is that everything becomes more clear. You create more space, you learn stuff about yourself as you clear up those things, you feel better. And a lot of that is like the prerequisite for finding that higher level clarity. Okay. And if you struggle with this, because maybe when I put it like this, you're like, oh crap, I've got like a ton of pains. I got a ton of obvious issues in my life. I don't even know where to start. Well, that's fine, because figuring out your focus can be a little tricky, all right, especially if there is a lot of things that come up to you. So I'd love to help you with that. And all you got to do is book a discovery call with us by clicking the link below and talking to us about our coaching program. In that call, we'll help you identify which of these big things you should be focusing on first, all right? But there's another piece to this. And the big obstacle I've seen for guys working on the obvious stuff in front of them is really, I guess the way to describe it is a sense of pride. And I know this. I've been here, right? I've been in this position where it's like, I'm meant to do great things. I should be doing great things. And when I look at my problems, I'm like, oh, that's kind of embarrassing. I kind of just want to focus on this big sexy goal over here and sort of ignore this thing over here that doesn't make me look too good or make me acknowledge that I might not be as hot as I think I am. Okay, so there needs to be a level of humility here. But there's a way in which we can make this hurt a little bit less to our ego. And what it is just deciding to embrace the adventure of leveling up in life. All right, because in life, I just don't think you can skip levels. You can't. All right. You have to play the game. You have to go through each level as it presents itself to you. And if you embrace life as a game in this way, well, then you can actually see these pains in front of you as little adventures, because they are. They're going to be adventures into yourself, into understanding the world, into understanding your own power. And as you delve into them, you're going to realize that there's actually a tremendous amount of hidden value in these things that might seem rather mundane or unattractive on the surface level. You just need a tool set to really get through that, to wrap your head around this kind of process. And so if you want to make this process of leveling up in life as smooth and as enjoyable as possible, then our Frontline Man coaching program might be the perfect fit for you. So like I said, all you got to do is book a call with us by clicking the link in the description, and we will get you rocking toward unleashing your apex potential. So that's what I have for you guys today. Ooh-yah. I'll see you on the next one. Please drop a comment, leave a like, all that good stuff helps out the channel. Thanks.